In Las Vegas since this terrible crime started. Alex Stone, now still in Vegas, ABC News correspondent. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, McGraw, good morning. I'm actually at the Vegas, the famed Vegas sign right now. The Vegas Strip reopened overnight, and now this sign is becoming a makeshift memorial. People are leaving behind flowers and balloons and signs. Candles are flickering in the desert breeze here. And behind this sign, if you're looking at the sign, is Mandalay Bay towering over this sign. And now the traffic is flowing here on Vegas Boulevard as you drive past the scene of where the music festival was being held. And by the way, as you're driving on Vegas Boulevard, you're driving on what would have had bullets flying over it on Sunday night. But the scene of the music festival, it's frozen in time. It's exactly as it was on Sunday night because it's now a massive crime scene. That all of the Route 91 music festival signs are up, the stages are up, even the lights on some of the food, almost carnival-like food trucks are still blinking as they were on Sunday night. Everything is frozen as teams investigate here.
Alex Stone, the woman of interest who wasn't a person of interest, who now is a person of interest, is now back on U.S. soil?
She arrived overnight. We got notified by law enforcement that she landed at LAX, law enforcement sources, and this was only a short time after the sheriff's department here in Las Vegas said that they really wanted her to come back to the U.S. Well, clearly they were playing coy. They knew that she was en route. The FBI met her and took her out a back door at LAX so she wouldn't go through the public area. She is not under arrest right now. She is free to go wherever she wants to go. I assure you the FBI knows exactly where she is this morning. We believe in Southern California. It seems like she's cooperating at this point. She came back. Seems on her own since she's not under arrest, and they desperately want to talk to her. She is now officially a person of interest in this case. She has gone back and forth, and now they want to talk to her as a person of interest, and they're preserving evidence in this case in case there is an eventual prosecution of some kind. But they have a lot of questions for her. They want to know what she knew, what involvement she may have had, and see what she says.
When they say a person of interest, is that a legal term, or does that mean she might have information that can help us, but she isn't necessarily guilty herself?
You know, typically, and it may be a legal term in some respects, but it is more just a police classification. Quite often, a person of interest becomes a suspect.
Right.
That's the first step, the preview of becoming a suspect. But they don't know. She has been in the Philippines for a couple of weeks. She arrived there about 2 weeks before the shooting. She may come back and tell them that she absolutely had no idea. Her brother told us today in the Philippines that she had no idea, that she says she has a clean conscience, that she didn't know what he was planning, that he kind of took care of her and that they had a sort of relationship where he made sure she was taken care of. We know that he wired several days before the shooting $100,000 to the Philippines, we assumed to her or her family. That may or may not be involved in this case. The FBI is doing a financial trace on it right now to figure out exactly who it went to. Was this something involved in the shooting? Was it him saying, I'm going to die in a couple of days, I want you to be taken care of? Was it just a regular? He took care of a lot of family members. He was wealthy. Family members in Florida say he would send them money all the time. Was he just sending them money as he did periodically? The FBI doesn't know. It could be very innocent, or it could be very much connected to this case.
Alex Stone, is Vegas getting back to normal life in that the casinos are open, the shows are back on, people flying in for bachelor parties? Is that now sort of started again?
Yeah, it definitely has. On the tourist side of it, things are totally up and running. For the people who live here, they are devastated. If you just come to the Strip, you would think everything's fine now that the Vegas Boulevard has reopened, except for the crime scene itself, that everything else is up and running. Mandalay Bay is up and running. Everything's good to go there. But, I can just tell you, after being at the police headquarters all day yesterday, the number of people coming up and just wanting to cry and talk to police officers. They would stand outside headquarters sobbing, telling their story, almost as if they just had to find somebody to tell. And donations have been piling up. The GoFundMe account is over $8 million now. And on the donation side, people just bringing every imaginable food and items for family members and for police officers. This community is heartbroken. But in the tourist area, where this is how this community makes money and this is what it's famous for, they're up and running and putting smiles on their faces and taking care of people. But this community has a lot of healing to do.
Alex Stone in Las Vegas. Alex, thanks for checking in.